Most automation projects don't fail because of the technology. They fail before a single line of code is even written. The problem is almost never the tool. The most common cause is also the most avoidable, starting without a specific, measurable goal. Not just, we want to save time. That's not a goal, that's a wish. A real goal sounds something like, reduce invoice processing time from 4 days to 1, or cut error rate on data entry below 2%. Without a concrete target, you have no way to know whether the project succeeded. Forbes and Scan AI both identify this as a primary failure driver. Automation without clear objectives wastes time, money, and of course goodwill. And here's the compounding problem. If you can't define success before you start, you also can't defend the project when it hits its first obstacle. Budgets get pulled, stakeholders lose confidence, and the project quietly dies. So before you open any software, write down the specific outcome you're targeting with numbers attached. If you can't, the project isn't ready. The second driver is process instability. Automation doesn't fix a broken process. It actually scales it. If the process you're automating is inconsistently executed, poorly documented, or has unclear ownership, you're not solving the problem, you're making the problem faster. Imagine a team that handles customer onboarding differently depending on who's in that day. Different steps, different handoffs, different outcomes. Automate that and you've just locked in the inconsistency at speed. The diagnostic question here is simple. Can you describe this process as a clear, repeatable sequence with defined inputs, defined outputs, and a named owner before you touch any software? If the answer is no, the process isn't ready to automate. Document it first, standardize it, run it manually until it's consistent, then automate it. Skipping this step is where a large share of projects quietly go wrong. The third driver is strategic misalignment. A project can be technically successful and still fail if it solves a local problem that nobody at leadership level really even cares about. Automation projects that aren't connected to a wider business objective tend to lose funding and momentum the moment something else competes for attention. The team that built it knows it works, but without a clear line from the automation to a business priority, cost reduction, customer retention, or compliance, it becomes invisible. And invisible projects don't get maintained, they get downgraded, and they don't survive the next budget review. So before you start, make sure you can answer, which business objective does this directly support? So here's the practical takeaway. Before you choose any tool, run 4 questions against the process. Is it stable, as in executed the same way every time? Is it well documented? So could someone follow it without asking questions? Does it have a clear owner? And does automating it directly support a specific business objective? If you can answer yes to all 4, the project has a real foundation. If you can't, fix those gaps first. The tool is the last decision, not the first. If that was of value, subscribe to the channel for one real business question answered every video. For the same clarity in writing, the website and newsletter is 5minutebusiness.com.